buddies drop in again. That was weird. I had a phone call I needed to make to the owner of the place where I keep my art. It's called Joe's Emporium up in Cool, California, and yeah, I thought maybe she was telling me that I had sold something up there. So you've reached Robert C. Peters, Rymerpt PT YouTube channel, and I'm live. I'm live. Yep, I'm alive. Almost wasn't, though. I'm also known as Peters Piper, by the way. Robert C. Peters lost his big toe. Good gracious. Oh my God. I'm diabetic and I'm an idiot. My big toe got all wonky, got infected. I went to the emergency room on campus, Mather campus, for the VA because I'm a veteran. And next thing I know, schwack, they lopped off my big toe. And now I got everybody under the sun taking care of me. I got a nurse that comes in 3 times a week and changes the dressing and makes sure that I'm fine and dandy. I've got a physical therapist that actually is going to be coming at noon 30 today. So I've got about an hour and a half. And pharmacists calling me, asking me if I'm okay. I actually have a PIC line going into my right arm all the way into my heart that administers a supersonic antibiotic because when they lopped my toe off, it was septic or bad juju got in my blood. Could have killed me. Got in my blood, started traveling around my body. Actually landed temporarily on my left knee. They found it and destroyed it because they're the VA, which is military, and they got up in there with nuclear bombs or some shit and blasted it. They hit it with the MOB, mother of all bombs. Bam! And surprisingly, now this happened on the 8th, and surprisingly, I'm doing fine. Shit. And I'm in my shop carving. I had to make damn sure to cover up my boo-boo so that it don't get dirty and the bandages don't get dirty. And I, especially my arm where that PIC line goes in. And I'm on a 24-hour ball which administers supersonic special witch's brew antibiotics. I change it every 24 hours. I sleep with it. Got a little sling. See this sling? And it's set up kind of like a fanny pack. And inside that little fanny pack is a, hello guys, please chime in so I know who you are. Please, I want to know who's here. And, TVA, will you be my dad? Really? I'm already a dad. I don't need more children or childrens or whatever the hell. You actually kind of look like my stepdad. Okay, that's cool. You must be cool. Anyway, the PIC line, a little ball, about this big, and it's full of that antibiotic, and I keep it in that sling here, kind of like a fanny pack, and it administers that antibiotic into my heart, straight to my heart, and keeps my blood good. Golly, 10 people up in here. Hi guys, please chime in so I know who you are. I'm going to do some carving here in a minute. Hello, Mr. Lopez or Ellie Lopez, female. I think. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I mean, you could be a cat. I don't give a shit. Hi. Anyway, it's keeping my blood safe because, good gracious, my blood had ickies in it that could have killed me because septic or something. You should buy an e-bike and make videos with an e-bike. My son's got an e-bike. He's 24. Anyway, back to my story. I'm missing a big toe and I'm on leave of absence for 6 weeks. But back to my carving. I'm going to do a little bit of carving. I'm working on a piece of Manzanita, and I'm making a watcher. Now, a watcher is a piece that you like hang up on the wall that it's supposed to have magic powers to keep you safe and whatever. Um, One of the administrators from Kindred Spirits online Facebook, the kind of collective place, our tribe, if you will, of all of our carving community, go up in there. We've got Amy Jo, we've got Christopher's Creations, we've got Spike, we've got Peter Blair, we've got Claire, we've got just oodles and oodles and oodles and oodles of people that really carve well. And they all gather at Kindred Spirits online Facebook. And you might want to check that out if you do some carving. I'm going to start carving here in a minute, but I want to explain. Also, hey, you want to see something cool? Saturday night, 5 o'clock Eastern, or 5 o'clock Pacific time, I'm going to be part of a group of anywhere from 6 to 10 people, excuse me, that all going to be carving at the same time. We're at different places in the world, and Delane, I believe his site is homemade woodworking, Delane's homemade woodworking, something along those lines, is a site, and he's an absolutely wonderful carver. But he likes to host these little. Actually, he also does. Let's get ready to rumble. He'll take two carvers against one another. He'll do a split screen and give them an assignment, like make a wood spirit, and they grab their wood and they grab their wood and they, go, and they carve against one another from different places in the world, and the winner gets the other person's carving. And who determines the winner? The people in the chat room, and it fills up. Several people are watching, and they have fun carving. Anyway, I've talked enough. We had 10 people in here, and everybody bailed on me because I'm a boring old man, and apparently I look like your stepdad, but whatever. Okay. Hi. I'm your stepdad. So, safety equipment is imperative. I've got my mask. I've got my glasses. And I've got my glove. My glove's kind of ratty, but it works. I need another one. And I'm going to be working with Manzanita, which is like the ninth hardest wood in the world. And it grows wild around where I live in Sacramento, up in the foothills. And I'm making a watcher. We're going to work on the nose of the watcher. And I'm working with a Dremel 4000 with a flex shaft and a Dremel 4300 with a flex shaft. And most of what I'm using are Kutzel burrs. I think I've got currently a Kutzel medium grit sphere. Works quite well. Let's get to it, boys and girls, and continue to talk amongst yourselves, because stepdad says do it. Stepdad, come on, man. I'm going to use my finger sander. I think it'll work better.
I tell you what, this bit works really good for eyeballs. Trouble is, this Manzanita is hard as a rock, but I'm going to keep at it, see if I can round those with it. Yeah, Manzanita is the 9th hardest wood in the world, and that's what I'm working with. So look at that red, guys. I put oil on it and it sparkles, not sparkles, but it's awesome. Hey, Chris, are you still here? Or Amy Joe? Who's in my chat room? hit the like button. And if you can comment in the comment section, that'd be awesome. I want to know who you are. Please hit the like button. What do you think, guys? You liking this? He's kind of cool, huh? Watch out, if he sneezes, he's gonna take us all out. 'Hey guys, please hit the like button. And just a second ago, we had 115 people in here. I wish you'd say something so I knew who you are. That'd be awesome. Yeah, buddy. $135. Damn. That's cool. God bless you, man. I'm so cool. I'm so glad you're coming to watch me carve. I'm Robert C. Peters, Rymerpt PT. This is my YouTube channel. I'm also known as Peters Piper. So what do you think, guys? Do you like him? All right. Now, hey, want to see something cool? You're going to like this. Break out a paper towel and some oil. Watch what this looks like when it's got oil on it. Yeah, buddy. Okay, take this flippin' mask off. Ugh. Because he's done. I'm going to oil him down. Yeah. Lucky bastard gets to do an oil party. Whoa. See there? How's that look? Yeah, buddy. And of course, you wipe away the oil and it's not going to be as shiny like that. But this is Manzanita. Grows wild here in California. I'm in Sacramento, and right up the hill from me in the foothills, this stuff grows everywhere. I use it for making my 420 pipes, and apparently it also makes pretty cool little guys. Oh my, 122. I think my peak was 135. Good oh, 117. See you, bye. Okay, bye. Hey, Amy Joe, you in here? Say hi. How about Chris's Creations, Christopher's Creations? By the way, guys, I'm going to be live at Homemade Woodworking, Dellan's Homemade Woodworking, DELAN, on Saturday night. There's going to be anywhere from 6 to 10 of us. We're all going to be live at the same time doing carving. Delane is going to be our host. Amy Jo's going to be a host. And we're going to carve our butt off, guys. You might want to check that out. Yep. Oh, look at him. Looking smooth. He's got a heart. That's a natural right there. I didn't do much to it. Sanded it down a little bit, but that, boys and girls, is one cool little dude. And if you came in late to the party, this is me. Hi, guys. I can even take these off. Hello. I'm laid up at home on leave of absence from work because I lost my big toe to infection. Yep, they took the whole dang thing, schwack, knocked it off. And now I'm going to walk in circles because I'm lopsided. Actually, no, it's no big deal. But in my right arm, I have a PIC line, P-I-C, that goes directly to my heart and is currently administering supersonic antibiotics to keep my blood from killing me because it was septic, or anyway, it had bad juju floating around in my system, and that's not good. You get an infection and you start getting ickies floating around, it can kill you. You know what? This has been a kick in the head, guys. Got about 5 more minutes and 4 more minutes and we're going to hit the hour. I'm going to take it to the hour. Any questions on what I just did on the carving techniques? These little guys, these little cones, you can buy on Amazon. I got like 12 of them, different sizes that range from really big to really small. Cost me about $15, something like that, maybe a little less. And fabulous for making eyeballs. If you go at it and you kind of move it around, kind of
get up in there like that, get it little different angles. You can make an actual ball, kind of like a little marble. And as far as making eyes, you do that, and then you take a smaller one and you go in and you make like the pupil. Yeah, it's a secret. Shh, don't tell nobody. Oh, I need some coffee. And I made this too. Look at my coffee cup. Oh, hell yeah. Hello. Robert, why are you always so cheery? My God, every time I see you, you're up. You're cheery. Tell you why. 3 things. I'm highly caffeinated. I'm highly medicated. And I've got Jesus in my heart. That's a trifecta, baby. I'm bulletproof. Yeah, baby. Hell yeah. You guys got any questions? The chat room's been really quiet. You guys are coming and going, but I got as high as like 139, I think. That's awesome. Thank you for coming. It's been wonderful. Come on, people, talk to me. Say something.
Shh. Let's just hide in the corner and watch Robert. He kind of looks like my stepdad.
What the hell? Some guy says, you should buy an e-bike and make videos. E-bike? My son has one of those. He spent like $2,000 on the damn thing. You know, with the balance I have as being an old man nowadays, I'd probably fall and break my ass. And then have to have my ass removed, and how would I poop? Oh my God. You know what? We're getting there. 58 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm gonna call it at the 1 hour mark. Come on, guys, say something to me, or at least get up in there and hit the like button. All you got to do is go boink. Oh man, it's fun to carve, and the fact that I have 6 weeks until I can go back to work. Hell, I got enough time. I could probably make the next Noah's Ark. Robert's Ark. Oh my God. Oh, 45 seconds. Bing-a-da, bang-a-da, boom. Come on, say something, boys and girls. We got 91 people in here. You ain't gonna say nothing to me? Bunch of buttheads. Ooh, got a hair on my nose. Oh, didn't get it. Oh, you got less than 30 seconds. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Shh. We're hiding. Shh. We're hunting rabbit.
You know, I love you more than peanut butter. Thank you for coming. God bless.